So today I'm going to show you how to get this 1970s-ish adult film star, porn star queen look, kind of loosely inspired by Nick Gilder's Rated X. I was just very inspired by a lot of these like 1970s like Penthouse, We Magazine, Playboy, centerfolds and spreads, and I just loved how soft all the pictures looked. I like the very like pastel powdery eye makeup and the very glossy lip and the big curls and feathered hair, and it's great. I like it, I enjoy it, and so this is kind of like my loose interpretation of one of those looks. Yeah, makeup's pretty easy. Hair, I'm not a hairstylist, but I try to make it work. Anyways, let's just get on to the tutorial. So first I am taking my Benefit PoreFessional primer and I am applying that all over my face, but mostly working this around my nose and wherever I have really large pores and filaments. Now I'm taking my favorite Rimmel London 25-hour lasting finish foundation in soft beige and using Real Techniques Beauty Blender and applying this all over my face. And also let me know if you guys want me to start skipping my foundation routine since it's kind of redundant and the same. Next I'm taking my Benefit Agent Zero Shine powder and just powdering my nose and under eye area and just anywhere that needs a little extra mattification. Next, I am taking my Benefit 3D Browtones and just running that through my eyebrows for a little definition. And I swear I'm not sponsored by Benefit, I just love their products. Next, I am using this e.l.f. brow kit and just deepening my eyebrows a little bit more. Now I'm going to go in with the lightest shades of my Beige Cosmetics Concealer Palette, and I am going to line underneath my eyebrows. I'm trying to give the illusion that my eyebrows are thinner than they really are, since I want that like classic overly tweezed 70s eyebrow. Next I'm going in with the color a little closer to my skin color and lining over the top, once again trying to just make my eyebrows look a little more thinner than they really are. Next, I'm just taking that powder we used earlier and just mattifying that area. And going over with the brow gel once more just to get rid of that powder mess that happens. Next, I am taking my Hula bronzer and just contouring a little bit around the parameters of my face for a little bit more definition and warmth. Now I'm taking this Essence Eye Primer and just applying that all over my eyelid and as well as my bottom lash line. Next, I am taking this lavender colored eyeshadow, and this is from Bath & Body Works, and it's their like Moonlight Path eyeshadow that's very discontinued and very old, and I probably shouldn't be using it, but guess what, I'm using it anyways. But any light purple eyeshadow will work, and just apply that all over your lid, on your bottom lash line, and just blend it out and blow out the color. Next, I'm going in with this Beige Cosmetics palette and picking up a deeper purple and just working that into the crease, trying to get a little bit more pigmentation. It's a very powdery look, but I needed a little more color. Now I am taking just a very shimmery purple eyeshadow, and this is from the Prom Queen Shadow Box Bonnie Bell palette. And then now I'm going back in with that Beige Cosmetics palette and going in with that with that blue and working this on the outer corner of my eye and blowing the color out. Now back in with that Beige palette, I'm picking up the white shades and applying that onto my brow bone as well as the inner corner of my eye, and this really helps gives you that 70s powdery white cast eyeshadowed look. I'm going back in with my Benefit Brow Gel and just removing some of the powder that landed on my eyebrows. Next, I'm going back in with that Beige palette and picking an even deeper blue and adding that to the outer corner of my eye, once again intensifying the color and blowing it out. Now I'm going in with my favorite NYC liquid eyeliner, and I'm creating a very thin line on my top lash line, and I'm also going to extend a wing but kind of downwards to give me those like dreamy bedroom eyes. go ahead and apply loads and loads of mascara to your top and bottom eyelashes. You're going to need it too with all that kickback from really powdery eyeshadows. It helps. Now I'm going to go ahead and take just a natural pair of eyelashes and just add them to my top lash line. This is optional, but my eyelashes aren't very long, so I wanted a little extra volume and length. Now I am going in with my Beige Cosmetics blush palette and picking up a coral and pink shade and just applying that to the high parts of my cheeks and blending it out with a little bit of face powder so it's not so intense. I used a makeup wipe and removed some of the foundation from my lips, and now I'm just taking a red blush from that BH palette and just applying that to the inner part of my lips, and then I'm going over with this Victoria's Secret Beauty Rush Cherry Lip Gloss. This smells exactly like cherry cough syrup and middle school and high school, and even now I love Victoria's Secret lip gloss. And now I am setting my face with one more layer of powder to get that full-on overly powdered 70s look. But I'm also using a little bit of setting spray, and this is just some rose water spray just to keep the look in place. Now for hair, I am just taking a curling wand and I am curling pieces away from my face to kind of get that slightly feathered hairstyle. And let me tell you guys something. This process, the hair process, was something else. I am not a hairstylist. I've never claimed to be a hairstylist. And you know, it's not my forte, but you know, I try. And here I am on the other side of my hair, once again trying to curl the pieces away from my face. It's a little bit more difficult on my less dominant side, but just curl your hair away from your face. Now I'm trying to get a little bit of volume at the roots, so I'm curling it now towards the face, but just that little like 2-3 inch section from the crown just to kind of get a little bit of volume. And I'm only doing that to a couple of pieces towards the front of my head as opposed to like doing it all over, if that makes sense. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm just trying to get a little bit of volume at the roots. And then I'm recurling some of the pieces when I feel like... Okay, so basically this look is just a lot of finessing. It's a lot of recurling, brushing out, and teasing, and it's, like I said, it was a process. Here you can see me trying to break up some of the curls that are towards the back of my head and then trying to blend them in a little bit with the front pieces while still trying to maintain that, you know, feathered piece, and then once again trying to add a little bit more volume to the root. And it was just... And I basically repeated this process over and over again, just really trying to finesse and perfect this look until I was happy. So just watch the video and see what I'm doing, because it's really hard for me to explain when I'm not even mediocre at hair. One last brush through on this side, and I think I'm finally satisfied with the turnout. But oh no, we aren't done yet. We're not even remotely close to being done. I have to do all of this on the other side of my head. And yeah, have fun watching that, you guys. this is it for the finished look. Once again, it's just a very powdery pastel eye, a super high shine, super glossy lip, a little bit of blush, and that was actually the easy part. The hair was a little bit more tricky for me. Mind you, I'm an esthetician. I remove hair. I don't really know how to style it. And when I had taken those selfies and uploaded them on Instagram, it looked kind of decent from the angles, but it didn't really look that amazing in person. Kind of looked like this. But a little tip about that is that if you have a lot of layers in your hair, it should be much easier for you to create more of a feathered hairstyle. If you're like me and you have long layers or no layers at all, it'll be a little bit trickier, but you can definitely do it. Or you can just like leave your hair straight, or just any other favorite 70s hairstyle that you want to wear. But yeah, this is basically it for the look. I'm going to be leaving a list of all the products that I use down below. And also I just wanted to say thank you for being so patient with me, because I know that I have the habit of like uploading a tutorial or a couple of tutorials and then like disappearing for a really long time. And my past couple of months have been a little bit crazy, and I needed to like spend some time on myself and deal with the things that I was going through. So I just want to say thank you for being very patient with me, and I hope this tutorial wasn't too awful. It's kind of weird getting back into the swing of things. But yeah, I'm just gonna end this tutorial before it gets before it goes further downhill, really. Thank you again for watching, and I will hopefully see you guys soon.